What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big NCAA basketball show. Check out the entire show. Hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. We'll move on. We've been hammering heavyweights, and there's more heavyweight action to come. But we stop in the NEC little makeup game here. 7 p.m. Eastern, Merrimack Warriors, 9-7, 9-7 in conference at the Wagner Seahawks. 11-6, 11-5 in conference. We are in Staten Island, New York for this. Merrimack coming off splitting a 2-game series with St. Francis of Brooklyn on Thursday and Friday. Ziggy Reed had a career-high 29 points in that last game on Friday in the 75-67 win. Mikey Watkins, Jordan Minor, Ziggy Reed all averaging double digits for Merrimack. They score 66.7 points per game. They hit 44.4% from the field, but just 30.7% from three and 66.1% from the line. Wagner coming off splitting 2 games at Central Connecticut State. They lost the second game on Friday, 83-77 as 10-point favorites. They went just 3 of 20 from 3. Wagner has won its last 4 games, scoring an average of 72.3 points, allowing 66.5. They are a very good offensive rebounding team. The offensive rebounding percentage is 34.4%. That's 28th highest in the country. And Merrimack, 21.5%, 323rd in the country. Seahawks have been led by senior guards Alex Morales and Elijah Ford. They score 17.6 and 17.9 points respectively. They score 72.2 a game and 44.8 from the field, 32.8 from 3, 70.3% from the stripe. Is this a bounce back spot for Wagner? And I realize now that I have not broken this down from a market perspective. We have Wagner at 5.5-point favorites. That's moved to 5 at one book, and this total at 130 or 129.5. Does Wagner bounce back here, Max? Take it away.
Jim, let's celebrate the fact that Wagner's been very good to us. Wagner's been very good to everybody. Wagner's been a fantastic team that I did not expect to be as talented with their freshmen coming together as they have. With Elijah Allen and Delani Hunt, you have 2 quality impact freshmen that have just made a huge difference and will make a difference next year in your program. With Delani Hunt, the guy barely sees the bench. He's a minute hound. He's a minute. Yeah, okay, he's a hound, but he's also the type of guy with a killer instinct. He's scored multiple game-tying and game-winning shots this year. And with Elijah Allen, he's just a 3-point shot away from going off. He's going to give you 2 a game. So you're getting really good performances from areas of this roster that I didn't project to get that type of impact. And with Alex Morales and his scoring and facilitating, that's going to be the key in this matchup. The guy's averaging 5.57 assists, 15 points a game, 7.5 rebounds, and 1.7 steals. What you have to do is you have to get to your spot. You have to be able to force the issue against this Merrimack team. You have to play around the bucket, and that's what they've done. This has been a Wagner team that's exemplified what it is to play tough, physical, and played on both ends. When they crush on the O-glass, which they do around 12 a game, and have a conference-leading rebound margin of over 2, this is a team that is hard to beat, especially on their home floor. I had this game lined at 7.5, and I had this total at 138.5. So I'm going to take Wagner. I'm going to take the over. I'm going to take and put our money on the fact that Will Martinez is going to be the most improved player of the year. Elijah Ford may be the player of the year. And Elijah Ford, while he's giving you 5 20-plus point games in a short season because they haven't played a full season whatsoever and he had injury issues, he's also the only player on the team in double figures in blocks and steals with 12 and 25 respectively. So there's just so many different weapons on this team that can stand out on any given night. And when they're all balanced and doing it together and playing team basketball, which is pretty often, how do you not take them? Then throw in the fact that it's a situational spot that if they win this game, they clinch the first spot in the NEC tournament. They get that home court, and that's going to be important in this 2-round tournament that they're playing this year. Merrimack just went on a COVID pause, so their series got canceled. So it's really about winning this first game. That tomorrow, the next game that they play, that's a different story. They may fall on their face. But I think that Wagner's going to win this game. They're going to probably have a little bit of a slower first half, but I do think that they'll pick it up in the second and dominate. They just got to play their tempo with lots of high percentage shots and 3-point defense versus Merrimack. You don't want to let Ziggy Reed go off for another career game. And with Jordan Miner, Mikkel Daring, and then even freshman Malik Edmead, who is, I think, the X factor off the bench, 3-point defense is going to be front and foremost. You're Wagner. You're the Seahawks. You don't have to worry about shooting threes. You shoot threes when they're open. You go into the lane. You get to the free throw line. You score high percentage shots. You cover for us. You get this goddamn game over. It's just too low of a total at 129.5, Jim. You got 7 or 8 points of value right there. So let's go. Sign me up for both.
I can't get you the 129.5. I can only get you 130.
Okay, I'll take it regardless.
Over 130 at minus 110. Now you have a choice. The 5.5s at minus 106, the 5s at minus 118, and the other books have not added this game up because it was the reschedule.
5.5 minus 106.
All right, let's lock you in. Wagner, Seahawks, Staten Island's finest, minus 5.5 and minus 106 at FanDuel, and the over 130 at minus 110 also at FanDuel. Exciting breakdown. NEC action